In this video, we will be running through the sideline glute series exercises. The sideline glute series are great exercises to target your glutes. It also works other muscles in your body, including your core. Should you not understand any terminology used in this video or want to learn more about Pilates and your core, check out our Physio Evolved Introduction to Pilates video. The sideline glute series consists of clams, straight leg raises, front and back kicks, hot potatoes, circles and fire hydrants. These exercises do not necessarily need to be performed in that order, nor do you need to perform all of the sideline glute series exercises together. If you have concerns about any of these exercises after this video, please talk to your physiotherapist. Let's begin with clams. Start lying on your side with the affected leg on top, your shoulders drawn back and down, breathing comfortably into your abdominal area and your head supported by your hand. You can rest on your forearm, but make sure your side does not collapse down and thus impact your core's ability to stabilize. Your knees should be bent up to where they feel comfortable, feet, knees and hips stacked. By stacked, I mean that your hips should not tilt forwards or backwards. Your pelvis should be in neutral and remain that way for the entirety of the sideline glute series. Lift the top knee up towards the ceiling whilst keeping your feet together, hips stacked and pelvis steady. Hold for a breath at the top. Lower the top knee back down slowly. Please note, it's not necessarily a huge movement. Only lift your knee as high as you can whilst keeping the hips stacked and pelvis steady. You can make this exercise more challenging by lifting your feet off the floor but still keeping them together. Next are the straight leg raises. Stay in the clam starting position, however straighten your top leg and rotate it so that your toes are pointing diagonally towards the floor and your heel pointing diagonally up towards the ceiling. This helps to bias the following movement to target your glute muscles more. Lift your top leg towards the ceiling slowly. Pause for a breath at the top. Slowly lower your leg back down. When doing multiple reps of this exercise and others, be mindful not to fully lower and rest your leg. By just lowering your leg to touching the floor and not resting, then continuing on to the next repetition, you challenge your glute muscles to work harder. Please note, our bodies are fantastic at adapting. They are also great energy conservers. This means they will try to find the easiest and fastest way to achieve a goal or movement. They will take the route of least resistance and effort. This can mean, however, that our bodies will alter a movement to make it easier. For example, if one muscle is weaker than another, the body will call upon the stronger muscle to complete the movement, as this is the route of least resistance and effort. However, in this setting, we are trying to strengthen muscles that may be weaker, and so need to ensure the body does not alter the movement to make it easier for us. In the straight leg raise, the body will try to help by tracking your top leg forwards so that the front hip muscles, which are commonly stronger, will help out. You need to keep your leg in line with your hips and body to ensure that the exercise will remain primarily targeting and thus strengthening your glutes. Next are the front and back kicks. Stay in the straight leg raise starting position. However, lift your leg so that it is in line with your hip and parallel to the floor. Breathe in as you kick your straight leg forwards with your foot flexed. Breathe out as you kick your straight leg backwards with your toes pointed. Ensure that your leg stays at hip height throughout the movement. Furthermore, ensure your hips stay stacked and steady throughout the movement. The further you take your leg forwards and backwards, the harder it will be to stop the hips from rotating. Next are the hot potatoes. Return to the straight leg raise starting position. Breathe out as you lift the top leg up towards the ceiling as far as you can go. Breathe in to lower the leg in front and tap the foot 2 to 3 times. Breathe out as you lift the leg up. Breathe in and lower the leg behind to tap 2 to 3 times. Repeat in front and behind, keeping the legs straight at all times, toes pointed. Please note, only lift the leg as high as you can without disrupting your pelvis. If, when you lift your leg, your pelvis tilts and your side flattens along the floor, then you need to reduce the height of your leg lift to where your pelvis stays steady. Next are the glute circles. Return to the front and back kick starting position with your leg lifted and in line with your hips. Point your toes and draw a circle with your foot in a forwards direction. Pause and then draw a circle with your foot in a backwards direction. Lower the foot back down towards the floor. Ensure again that your body does not compensate by tracking your leg forwards. Keep the center point of your circle in line with your hips. Also, make sure your circles are of at least medium size. The larger you make your circles, the more you challenge your glutes. Finally, the fire hydrants. Return to the Clams starting position. However, bend your knees up higher to 90 degrees as though you were sitting on a chair. Lift your top leg up towards the ceiling slowly. Pause at the top for a breath. Slowly lower your leg back down. Lead the movement with your knee and ensure that your foot remains below the level of your knee throughout the movement. This helps to further target the glute muscles. Same as the clam, it is not necessarily a large movement. Only lift your leg as high as you can whilst keeping the hips stacked and pelvis steady. This concludes this video on the sideline glute series exercises. Should you have any questions around anything covered in this video, please feel free to contact your physiotherapist directly using their email or our clinic by calling 03 384 4766 or emailing admin@physioevolved.co.nz.